Hello, hello. So, I played just briefly this morning, and I was trying to look around, get a clue moving forward, so I wouldn't just be stuck here. And I goofed up just a bit, because I ended last week at 18 out of 33, and accidentally locked in 3 while doing that. So, it was Angelica Morden here. And I had I don't know how I missed it last week, because I had figured out that this must have been her, Samantha, who I originally thought was Angelica, and I never fixed that. So when I did fix it, it auto-locked in. And I am stuck again. But I did have a thought, because when researching, there was that curse I found. Because it talked about how all the presidents have died, quote unquote, mysteriously. Let's see. So, Guy. I mean, I don't need to search or highlight that. But Guy is the president that I haven't found really yet. Because I know about Ernie, I just don't know where he is. I don't think. So all that's locked in. It's most likely over here somewhere. Wonder... Maybe in one of these there's something about a guy? Well, I still haven't figured out who Wild Bill is. Not that it matters, because that's just one of those taking a name off, but it would be good. It's always good to remove excess information. There's only 3 here. Only 1 on this one. Jeez. Nope, nothing in this one. Maybe in this. Oh no, that... This was the first one? Yes. Wild Bill Williams. Let's see. Where is she at? Looking for a Williams. Williams. There is no Williams. So was it the other guy? Harrison Lane? No, but it said she got divorced from Wild Bill. So that's probably not his real name. Let's see. Nothing, huh? What about Wild Bill Williams? Hey! There's Vince. Not really. Fortune favors the grave. But No additional information. I mean, nothing relevant. Okay. Fortune favors the great. No, same information. Maybe there's a periodical that I'm missing. Well, let's see. Clark Rafferty. I'm pretty sure I already searched this, but okay. What was it? Jim Roottrees? Jane LaRue. Maybe that'll give me something. Got their start doing. Yeah, I definitely looked at this before. Youngest. Kim LaRue. Is that related at all to this case? Nope. Let's see. Oh, what am I doing? I can look at... Is there somebody who's just named Guy? Seems unlikely. No, there it is. Guy Hudson. Nope, not that one. Business Watch. Guy Hudson. Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister, are no strangers to the public when it comes to Roottrees snacks. Guy's uncle and current president, Zachariah, has decided to take an early retirement of his uncle. So it's these. One of these is Guy, and one of them is his twin sister, which I did know she had twin children. Which means she married somebody with the last name Hudson. Christopher Hudson. Let's see, does it say anything about... Now that our daughters, so Zach has 2 daughters. But he's family. The question is, which is which? Oh, so I already figured this out, I guess? Somehow? Don't remember how, but I figured out which one is which there. Let's see. Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher. So, yeah. Both appear. Boys and girls agree. Boys and girls agree. Oh, so there's a ad there. Bright red hair of the boy and girl involved. Well, got pictures of them, but way too close in age to tell. We already know that it doesn't matter the order that's they're born in. They always give it to a guy because they're a sexist company. I mean, look at that guy. Of course they are. He's new to the business world. Doesn't help a ton. What was his name? Dang it. Guy Hudson. Is there anything about him at all? Ooh. His first move as president. Fancy flavors. Anyone could live like the wealthy, sure. Sold less that year than I had in any other year, except in some foreign markets. Yep. Well. Nope. It's going to be the same info. Dang. What's this? No documents printing. Well... I mean, I've got a good run. Are in birth order. What I need to do is find one for sure. Then I can just take swings over here. One of these would probably be the easiest since I already have pictures and names. Was there any mention of what Elias Roottrees did? Wow, that sax is going off. Nope. Periodicals. Maybe there's something in the business watch about him. Nope. Butler County Times, maybe? Nope. Let's see. It's mentioned in here for sure somewhere. Eli C. What he gets up to in Starlet. What the heck is that? Is that a periodical? Ooh. Wild Bill. Walter Forsythe. Of course, he changed his name from Walter Forsythe. Can't be a piece of shit with a name like Walter Forsythe. Gotta go with Wild Bill. Okay. Bring it back. Talking about multiple affairs. American reader. Okay. Well, what about divorce? Father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottrees has power. He didn't have the benefit of being born with a famous one, but Wild combined with the alliteration Williams is incredibly memorable. We also plan to lean into alliteration. So the first name is R Rootree, so it's either Robert or Ronald. And probably the other one is... So the one's probably Robert, one's probably Ronald, I guess. Let's look. Maybe he became a star. Nope. Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Well, maybe they went... music? Too many T's. No. What about Harrison Lane? That was a name. Might not be relevant at all, but... No, nothing relevant. Okay. So... until I find anything to overrule, I'll leave it like that. That's still so strange to me, the box. Like, what does it mean? Because there's not boxes around this person. Or this person. Also, adopted or otherwise. So is it just like custody? So Gwen got custody of her kids versus Jane got custody of her child. Maybe? And then this spouse adopted and so quote unquote has custody. Maybe? I don't know. Best guess. Did I ever search for Edward? Maybe in either here or here. No. I vaguely am I just misremembering Clancy Edward Roottrees? Wasn't there a message or a mention? He was the lawyer. The Roottrees versus RR. The 5-piece guarantee. I'm pretty sure I looked at this one. Let's see. No, don't delete it. Spider search. Remain a family business forever. Always. Oh yeah. It's talked about the president having basically no salary, so that basically only a Roottrees could afford to be it. What about this? Was an unsuccessful attempt to remove a fellow family member from the trust. It was said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock, and second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. RR. Well, maybe it's not. I mean, it could be, but you think that because I searched for both of them. No, RR attempted to remove a fellow member from the trust. Was born out of wedlock. Huh. RR. Film school. So he would he not? No, nothing serious. So there's a periodical probably about film that I'm missing. Maybe there is a mention. What was his name? Something Forsyth? Walter Forsyth. Oops. No, don't do that. Bruce Throckmorton. Gallon the Gang. It's probably not going to give me any information. What about Bruce Throckmorton? Until his death on set. Maybe no. No. It was Robert. The older one was in film schools. I feel like there must be a periodical for serious film information. Although he would be in the Spider Search if he was a famous director, I would imagine. Maybe if I search all of these. Wait. Leslie Florence. No, I already searched this. I remember this part. There's no Did You Know trivia. Western Frontiers. Nope, same information. Nah. Well, let's see. Stephanie Jones. CM. Who is CM? maybe her? Well, the question is this... Oh, Butler County. So she's probably... from last month's election. Stephanie Landon until her marriage to Brian Jones. Entirely female influence. Jones. Stephanie Landon. Okay. That is a lock. Which means... Hudson. I'm gonna say a guy. Bonnie. No, I need to look at the picture because it automatically sorts that. Okay. Those two. He was third. And knowing this game, nope. Okay, that's wrong. Sometimes you just gotta brute force it. And he was a housewife. Dang it. Well, Mother and her partner. Carolyn. Whatever. Mm. Um. Gwyneth M. Oh, nope. Apparently I just didn't put the name in. All right. Arnie Jr. Well, let's see. Nope, not that one. What was it? Morden? Oh. Atlantis Burden. Oh, book. Just go ahead and put that in there for now. Added to my evidence. No, nothing more. Okay. This is strange. Because, like, it looks like it's cut out of the newspaper, but I just printed it. So either it should be on a full piece of paper or I don't know what. But that's crazy. Let's see. I want to search periodicals. No. I want a public library. Let's see. South Eloise and Stephanie. So that's probably her partner. Oh. They certainly have not. Influences. She felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on Roottrees to settle for boring men. Dr. Wilson, who she calls completely bogus, her brother-in-law. Her. Dr. Wilson. Well, it's one of those. Local environment. Her marriage to Mark led to the most volatile moments in her life. Did I have that? Yes. Louise. I mean, there's probably only one, right? Oh. Yeah. Okay, so that's a lock. Which one was she? Probably that one. So that's probably the sister. Let's see. And what was this? Ernie. What was... Did I... Let's see. Nope. Got all of them. Ernie. Ernest Madsen. Wait, was I done with that? Cousin Bonnie. Yep. I already have those locked in. Yeah, I'm done with that. Okay. Ernest Madsen Jr. He is more than qualified. Sack Morden, but passed up for unspecified reasons. Well, I think it's likely he's in this general area. Which means this has to be that. Now the question is, which is which? Were they in this picture? Arnie Jr. And who? Gwyneth. Yes. I could see them being brother and sister. He is the fourth. The best to ever do it. Well, not much optional locked in there, but all right. Dang, not much left. It's got to be her then. What was her name? All right. Nicole. Debbie. Nicole Madsen. I mean, it's child one? No, there was student, right? I think that's right. Brenda. Oh, I already knew that. Okay. Gwyneth Madsen. I wonder... anything about her? Nope. What about here? Nope. Nope. Seems unlikely, but it's easy enough to do. No. Dr. Wilson. I mean, that'll get that out of the way. probably going to be very little information about her because of this. In fact, was there a mention in this about a Gwyneth? No. Okay. Well, I guess I could just put down director. Because I'm positive on this. There is... It's either housewife or farmer, probably. So let's try Ronald. Nope. Maybe... Yep. It's that easy. Fully on a roll. Let's see. Was it Dr. Wilson? Probably just Dr. Wilson. Won't bring anything up, but possibly if I... What do I have? Jason, Steven, Zach. Zach Wilson. Nope. Is it Jason? Nope. Steven. Dr. Steven Wilson. Okay. Pediatrician to the stars. To the Roottrees sisters. 3 children. Holding them hostage. Oof. His child, Jason. Big brother or my sister. Yep. Well, he looks okay. So Jason is the youngest. I did not click on any of those. Jason. He will be there. Let's see what this says. Pediatrician to the stars. All right. Now, she could be older. Or she could be younger. It's hard to tell at this age. Wonder, is it the same alliteration then, maybe? What Roottrees are there left? Tessa, November, Christina, Jack, Candy, Rafferty LaRue. So probably wait. There's only one there. No, he didn't. He didn't. Oh, man. Oh, maybe he didn't. Maybe this is over here. Still probably that one, would be my guess. Well, let's just try. Something's wrong. What if instead... Nope. Because it's not him. No way. Let's see. Oh, I can do these. Get these out of there. Now, who is... that? Man, I think it's just the lighting, but it kind of looks like he has a bruise on his cheek. I mean, they all kind of do a little bit. I guess it is just the lighting. November. So that's probably November. Who is November? I feel like I just saw that recently. Who is she with? Carl? Hmm. Oh, it was when I was looking through the names. Well, it's... Seems, yeah, I was gonna say, seems unlikely there would be information about a child, but you never know. Ronald Roottrees is a director, but there was no information about him, so that's not helpful. I searched all these, right? Edward Roottree. Oh. Okay. So what is wrong with that one musician guy?
On the phone, I'm sure it's true. I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees, especially Elias and the Five Pieces. The truth often isn't. But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy. So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing is very... To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed. Also, there are fewer root trees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's also harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives
come
before
on.
you lock from here on out. I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth.
Like, so what's wrong with this? Is he not a musician? Okay. These times. Oh, baby, another song. Just 35-minute download. Well, before we go to that, let's check this out. Pithy. Ooh, skip it. Folk style. Ooh. Backup vocals by the Roottrees.
Life is life, and love shall be. Me for you, and you for me. Someday will come, though, that this tree will be So take my hand beneath the tree and carve your name with me. These times are ours for free. We'll tell ourselves these stories older, dwell on warmth, ignore the colder, probably yearn for what could be, rose tinted by youth's memory. So act as though these times ain't fleeting, love still flows, our hearts heart beating. For now ignore fate's destiny, two roads to cross, once at this tree. Someday these times will all be over. All be over. The dew dries on the morning clover. Morning clover. So take my hand beneath the tree and carve your name with me. These times are ours for free. Someday these times will all be over. All be over. The dew dries on the morning clover. Morning clover. So take my hand beneath the tree and carve your name with me. These times are ours for free.
Pretty good, but definitely still not quite as good as the rollerblading one. I feel like that's him. And then her and her. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and do that. All right, let's look at this stuff. There's still 9? What? How is there 9? Rolling on down to the city. Diamonds, dazzlers. Cherry tree, sound of laughter. Well, let's give it a look. Okay. Sound of laughter. What about, did I ever search Diamond Dazzlers? Okay, nope. Fat fingers. Nope. Cherry tree. Laughter. Nothing. Okay. That's not a good sign for your band, I would say. Is there anything about the Diamond Dazzlers? No. Oop. Pretty sure I... Did I ever search this earlier? No. Nope. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. Kim LaRue Oliver. Nope. Lucky LaRue's. All right. Warning, there's a dog in my room who may bark, so be prepared. You know, why am I doing it this way when I can... Wait, where was it? There it is. Okay. Jane Del Vecchio is listed as a talent for hire. It's a young girl when she was Jane LaRue of the Lucky LaRues. That was Jane Del Vecchio. Because that was the sister that was married, right? Seems unlikely that would be there, but right, her name was Jane. Yeah. Um. Hmm. Oh, right. I was going to do this. Nope. Of course. That is it. Hmm. So weird. Like, this is the only information? Right. Well, somebody married, or at least had 2 kids with. No, it's Rafferty LaRue. And there's 2, so it must be. So this one must be Chris Rafferty. Which means he did this, which is strange. Was there a mention? Okay, so that would have been information that clicked for there. Hmm. Oh. I keep forgetting. So there's 1, there's 3. Solid as a rock. No. Basically nothing there. All right, these are pretty much played out. I still can't believe there's 9 here. Yeah, I don't know. 5. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Oops. I don't understand. Let me see. How is there 6 in this? How many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence? 6. Can I... There's 9 pieces of evidence connected to this. Pay the rent. Skate. No clue. So that's probably somebody's wife. David Kellogg the third. I'm guessing it's over there. It's most likely the husband is the third and the son is the fourth. That's the only one of those that could be. Okay. I can get rid of this. Get rid of this. No. Oh no, I didn't know that. Get rid of that. What was this? Jacob. Lauren Roottrees. Do I know who that is? Yeah. Okay, so that's her husband. Hmm. Mm. Two. All seem to pursue paths of knowledge.